here?
Day 3 of D23 Expo. We're here a half hour earlier than the previous 2 days.
Yeah.
Because we did not make it into the first panel yesterday. So we wanted to make sure that we could, well, hopefully make it into the parks panel today, which is the first
big panel.
Yeah, of the day.
Yeah.
Either way, yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say either way, we still have a lot more that we need to see, like Walt's plane and some other things. So there is a lot to do.
There's a lot to do. We're a lot closer to the front of the line this time.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. We gotta wait until we get inside.
Wish us luck.
Before we really know. Yeah. Wish us luck.
Let's check it out. It's 5:30 and we're finally in the basement, and we officially have our standby wristbands for Hall D23. So we are in the parks panel. Boy, getting up early paid off because there was only like one more wristband left for our section.
This is the one I'm really excited for.
Yes. It would have been great to have gotten into the Marvel and Lucasfilm panel yesterday to see all the stars that were there, but yeah, this is going to be all the big announcements for the park, so I am very excited too.
Yeah.
We see an absolutely boundless future in front of us where our theme parks, and even beyond our theme parks, they inspire the wildest imaginations and they exceed our greatest expectations. We're going to talk a lot about that future today, but I want to start with what makes the D23 Expo so special. This event, it gives us a chance to celebrate all things Disney, including, of course, our love for all of you, our fans. To our fans. One of the ways that we celebrate with you is through our park anniversaries, and 2022 has been a huge year for those celebrations. Right now, we're in the middle of the world's most magical celebration. All my Florida folks here honoring the 50th anniversary of the Walt Disney World Resort. Let's go over to Disneyland Paris, where I hope you got to see Mickey light up the Eiffel Tower in honor of the resort's 30th anniversary. Such a cool moment for our cast and all our fans. We also have the new Disney D-Light drone show happening each evening over the castle. It's really cool to see. And I am pleased to announce that the resort's 30th anniversary celebration, it'll continue through September 30th of next year. So if you have not got a chance to visit, get over there and check it out while there is still time. And as part of the grand finale for this 30th celebration, I am also excited to announce that we will have a brand new show coming to the Walt Disney Studio Park. It's called Pixar, We Belong Together, and it'll debut next year in the Studio Theater. Let's go over to Japan. Tokyo Disney Sea. Yeah, Tokyo Disney Sea just finished its fantastic Time to Shine 20th anniversary celebration, and then we're looking forward to Tokyo Disneyland's 40th anniversary next year. And then finally, as we wrap up this totally amazing year of milestones, we'll officially hit the 70th anniversary of Walt Disney Imagineering on December 16th. These are amazing people. Amazing people. And now that brings us to Disney's 100th anniversary on October 16th, 2023. I mean, what an incredible milestone for our company. And as you've all been hearing all weekend, we are going to celebrate next year in a big, gigantic, huge way like nothing that we have ever done before. I do want to say thank you to our cast from around the world. These are the best people in the world. And they all, I wish I could have them all 170,000 from right here today, but they are well represented here by our Disney ambassadors from nearly all of our destinations around the world. All right, well, let's jump into this boundless future because there is no limit to where we're going. Where are we? We are literally down the street from We are down the street from the Disneyland Resort. We got a lot of Disneylanders here. I know that. So let's start right there. You know, I got my start at Disney, at the Disneyland Resort. And no matter how far I am from Disneyland, it always feels like home. One of the biggest additions has been Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I got a chance to help open that in 2019. And since then, Star Wars storytelling has just exploded, and we're seeing all kinds of new characters and tales from that galaxy far, far away. And one of the folks responsible for some of those new stories is Disney legend Jon Favreau. Which, of course, is why I'm so excited to have Jon. Now, you, as part of your job, when you're standing up here on stage, you get to do all these kind of sneak peeks and things like that. I get to do them sometimes, but not like you guys. You want to do something like that today?
Well, I figure this is the perfect place to introduce people to something new, right?
I'm looking for someone. Was told to meet at Oga's Cantina.
All right, all right. Hey, it looks like you got a little friend there.
All right, kid. Let's go find this stranger. And a snack.
Safe journeys, man. It's good to see you.
This is the way.
This is the way.
We're getting this started off strong. There it is. That's your first look at Mando and Grogu live and in person.
We've been working on this thing, I can't tell you, for years. And to the credit of Josh and the team and the Imagineers, they came down to the studio, they worked with Legacy and with the costume designers, went back and forth. And I'm telling you, for those of you who like to cosplay or those of you who are big fans, every detail on that we really meticulously went after.
Since we opened Avengers Campus at Disney California Adventure, yeah, we've seen how powerful these characters can be, with more than 50 of them appearing globally. Here in California, we introduced Iron Man, Black Widow, Thor, Black Panther, Captain America, Scarlet Witch, Loki, Shang-Chi, Loki, Mighty Thor, and of course, Loki. We've got Spider-Man swinging overhead. We've got the Dora Milaje showing us the way of the Wakandan warriors. And we've got Doctor Strange teaching us about the mystic arts. And you know what? Like I said, we are just getting started here. But what does just getting started mean? Well, to help answer that, I've invited another special guest. Everyone, please welcome the president of Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige.
Hey there. Hey everybody.
It's Kevin Feige, everybody.
Good seeing you again.
It's Kevin Feige. I was backstage with Jordan Fisher a second ago, and he bumped into, actually, he hadn't met you before. I said, this is Kevin Feige. Jordan was having a tough time breathing up here. What up to sing?
We've been a part of Disney now for over 10 years, and it was always the promise, gosh, maybe someday we could have something in the parks. And now that day has been here for a while, and I thank you for it. And I thank all of you fans for coming and embracing Avengers Campus and everything that's come to the parks for Marvel finally.
Well, we got Avengers Campus here.
Hey guys. I just wanted to jump in quickly. I'm watching a live stream and this is amazing. But I have one suggestion just off to the side. You know, Avengers Campus is incredible. And I'm just asking you, maybe suggesting that you expand the palette a little bit. You got red and blue, you got red and gold, you got black and silver. I'm just saying you might need a little color. How about a little green? Just a suggestion. Asking you to think about it. I'll let you go now. I think you guys do an amazing job. Sending my love to everybody. I'm just gonna step back and finish watching the live stream and hope there's some good news.
I think that up here.
I think, how do you get that number, first of all? You shouldn't
I don't know.
This is a, but I think you should get your people on that. We could start working on that and get that in the works. I think that'd be pretty cool. You guys want to see a Hulk at some point?
Hulk, how you doing?
That was fast.
Yeah, we do
Isn't this Avengers Campus?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to meet Steve and Nat at Avengers HQ. I don't know what happened. What is this? One of those something cons?
Something, this is D23 Expo, Hulk.
Oh, the time-space GPS must be off.
That's impressive.
It just keeps coming at Avengers Campus. Pretty cool.
He's big.
He's huge. Yeah. Up close and personal. Listen, if you want to meet Hulk, I've got some great news. He'll be appearing in Avengers Campus in California next week. Now, the Hulk's got a lot of places to go, and he can only stay for a little while right now. Please do not miss him. But Kevin, I'm just gonna ask you one thing, please. Just ask Hulk, don't have him smash stuff up, because, you know, the place is still new, and, you know, Spidey, he's done some damage over there. I understood that reference. You spun fans into a frenzy this summer when you announced the multiverse saga of films coming our way, and I know everybody went crazy. And then you gave us even more amazing intel yesterday when you were up on the stage here. And that's why I'm thinking that maybe we should give our D23 fans here a preview of our plans for the parks.
Well, sure, we're bringing the multiverse to the movies, as you know. We're bringing the multiverse to our series on Disney Plus, and now we're bringing the multiverse to Avengers Campus.
That's right, and as you heard, as Bob shared on Friday, we are expanding Avengers Campus here in California. And our creative teams they've been talking about a third attraction from the beginning here. But when you filled us in on the multiverse, that sent us back to the drawing board for what this could mean to our land. And now, working with your team, Imagineers have come up with a concept that is entirely new. So, Kevin, we've got all of our biggest fans here in the room with us today. What can you tell us about the story and this new experience?
Well, you know, the fun thing about Marvel is the characters, all of the time. And with the multiverse at Avengers Campus, you're going to be able to do that. And in this new attraction, you're going to be able to battle alongside all the Avengers against all the foes from anywhere, from every win that you can possibly imagine. And you're going to meet a new villain named King Thanos. This is a new version of Thanos for the very first time coming into the MCU via this attraction. And he's got a cool white beard too, and a crown. This is a Thanos that won. And the Avengers are not too happy about that. And you have to help them.
Adventure. Just around the corner from Avengers Campus, I am excited to share that we're about to reimagine Pacific Wharf into San Francisco. This, everyone, is where East meets West and technology meets tradition. We're still in the early phases here of this work, but you can see glimpses of what's to come. There's going to be a place to meet Baymax, of course. All kinds of spots to eat and do shopping and all of that. It's going to be a great experience as we continue to tell new stories of Disney California Adventure. Over across the street, we're also making great progress on the reimagining of Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel. And I am excited to share for the first time that its new name will be Pixar Place Hotel. This hotel is going to be super, super fun. You'll feel like you walk right into a Pixar art gallery. You'll see new interpretations of favorite characters like Woody, Buzz will be there, Mike, 22, Miguel, Dante, and all the Disney Pixar characters that you can think of. Of course, Pixar's artistry will be at the core of this totally refreshed experience. It's going to include fantastic communal areas like this Finding Nemo themed splash pad. The hotel is going to feel completely new. Now, I'm going to take you over to downtown Disney, where we have some big plans to introduce more than a dozen new and reimagined locations. You can expect a bunch of new options for shopping and dining that will showcase Southern California culture. Now, we've already shared that Michelin star chef Carlos Gaitan is bringing his vision for Mexican cuisine to Centrico and Paseo. And we're also excited that Din Tai Fung will join the district with its flavorful Chinese cuisine. You're seeing for the first time a piece of concept art that I think is coming along really well and looks cool. We have several other announcements planned for the next year and into the future, but I want you to be the first to hear this one. We're bringing a Southern California favorite to downtown Disney. It's a place that I love and hope you love. It's Portos. We got some Portos fans in here. Now, for those of you that have, in fact, experienced Portos, you know this. This bakery is famous for its sweet pastries and its treats and its savory Cuban food and all the incredible desserts that they have. And trust me, it is all delicious. Now, some of you, I imagine, some of you out there in the audience might be wondering, well, what is this all about? Let me just say this.
Potato balls.
Really good. Now, when you try it, you are going to love it. And you know what? You're not going to have to wait long because we are giving you all a special treat from Portos today. But don't run out and get it right now, okay? We've got a lot more to share before you get those pastries. We're going to celebrate Mickey and Minnie and their best pals in a whole new way at Mickey's Toontown at Disneyland Park. The highlight, of course, will be Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I'm guessing some of you have experienced before. It's already a huge hit at Disney's Hollywood Studios in Florida. And of course, we're going to make some very special adjustments to ensure that this version, it fits perfectly into our Toontown story. Today, you're getting a closer look at the attraction with these brand new renderings from inside the El Capitan Theater. And no matter when you met Mickey for the first time, there's going to be something in there for each of you, from Steamboat Willie to Mickey Mouse Club to his desk at Mickey's Christmas Carol, all the way up to the present day. It is going to be a celebration of all things Mickey, which I love. I think some of you might know. I'm a huge Mickey fan. Now, this reimagining of Disney's Toontown, it's going to be fantastic. We are really stepping into a new era of inclusive experiences in this land of families for all ages. Now, I know from some of you out there that there was some concern that poor Donald is going to lose his favorite boat. Rest assured, everyone, it's still there. Here's a first look at a new rendering that we have where you can see he's crashed it into Goofy's pond. And here, in this new rendering, you can see one of the silliest areas of new Goofy's How to Play yard. It's a fun, interactive sound garden where little ones will discover new ways to make all kinds of noises. These new experiences will join existing favorites in Mickey's Toontown when the land reopens in early 2023. Prince Naveen, Michael Leon Woolley as Louis, Jennifer Lewis as Mama Odie, and of course, Anika Noni Rose as Tiana. Music is going to be a huge part of the experience as well. New Orleans has music embedded in its DNA. You don't just hear that music, you can feel it. So we're bringing that same vibe to this attraction. And today, we've got some musical inspiration that represents the heart and the soul of New Orleans. So please, get those handkerchiefs out. You got them when you walked in. For now, let's turn our attention to another place that I've had a chance to call home, Walt Disney. Now, when I served as president of the resort, I got a chance to work with the team that was planning the 50th celebration, and I am just so proud of all the new magic and the new memories that they're creating for our guests. We've debuted 2 new nighttime spectaculars. We have Disney Enchantment at Magic Kingdom, yeah, and we have Harmonious at Epcot. Well, both of them have been tremendous additions, and if you haven't seen them already, you definitely don't want to miss them. You definitely don't want to miss them. Because as I've been saying, we're always looking to the future. So I am excited to share that we're crafting an all-new nighttime spectacular for Epcot during the 100th anniversary celebration. Brand new show, and this show is in development right now, and it will debut later next year, continuing that park's legacy of inspiring nighttime entertainment on our World Showcase Lagoon. Our new neighborhood World Celebration is taking shape in the middle of our park. The neighborhood will feature Communicore Hall and Communicore Plaza, 2 great new locations for our festivals. And I'm also excited about Journey of Water inspired by Moana. That's coming to World Nature Neighborhood. It's the story of water on our planet. It's obviously inspired by Moana's friendship with the ocean. And as you make your way around the trail, you'll interact with the water and discover that it kind of has a mind of its own. Now, you are all the first to hear today that Journey of Water and the rest of the center of that park will be ready to welcome guests in late 2023. There is a character that you can only find at this park, and I got a feeling he's probably a favorite of some of the folks in this room. Well, for most of our lives, he's appeared only in our imaginations. But for a short period of time, years ago, you could actually meet this lovable purple dragon. Well, I am thrilled to announce that by the end of next year, you'll get the chance to meet Figment in person once again out in the park. Figment is back. I'm going to have let's head over to Magic Kingdom to talk about another favorite character. Ever since a certain Happy Haunt returned to Disneyland, our fans have been asking for him in Florida, too. Well, foolish mortals, we have heard you. I am fiendishly thrilled to announce that next year the Hatbox Ghost will materialize in the Haunted Mansion at Walt Disney World. At Magic Kingdom, we're busy testing Tron Light Cycle Run. This will be a huge addition to Tomorrowland. And listen, I know that we've been talking, and then we were talking, and then we were talking about this attraction for a while now. But I'm telling you, it's really close to being ready for showtime. So close, in fact, I got a chance to take an early test ride, and I figured I'd give you a sneak peek. Take a look. It was great riding with some of the team members who have been so committed to this attraction through all of its unforeseen twists and turns. They're working on a lot of finishing touches right now, and we're excited for you all to experience it. That is why I am thrilled to announce to you today that Tron Light Cycle Run will debut in the spring of 2023. Okay, here we go. We're going to leave dry land. And we are going to head out to the high seas to talk about our award-winning Disney Cruise Line. For our 6th ship, we're dreaming up a brand new design concept that feels unlike anything Disney Cruise Line has ever done before. The theme of the ship is adventure. Celebrating, you knew it. Celebrating Walt's lifelong love for exploration. This is going to be an epic journey into Disney stories. And today, you're the first to see what the inside of this amazing new ship will look like. Here we go. Looking good, huh? That grand hall is inspired by the grandeur and mystery of a gilded palace. It draws on real-world influences from Asia and from Africa, as well as the far-off land of Agrabah. As you see there, for the first time aboard one of our ships, the signature Grand Hall statue will feature 3 of our favorite characters, Jasmine, Aladdin, and their lovable magic carpet soaring together towards a whole new world of adventure. But wait here, there's a little detail. Do you all want to know the name of the ship? Let's take a look. Our growing fleet also allows us to go places that we've never been before. Because for our next adventure, I'm pleased to announce today that we will take the Disney Wonder to Australia and New Zealand. We will offer our first sailings in this part of the world beginning in late October of next year. Our Disney Cruise Line has started work on our new island destination in the Bahamas. I told you I had a cool job. I had a chance to visit recently, and I wanted you all to be the first to see it.
Welcome to Lighthouse Point on the beautiful island of Eleuthera. We're still in the early stages, but I can tell this is going to be a spectacular location for our Disney Cruise Line guests. We have a long way to go, but just imagine the possibilities.
If you've ever wanted to visit Zootopia, I definitely do. I hope you guys do too. You're going to get a chance to do that in the new land that we're creating in Shanghai Disneyland. This will be our first experience based on the inspiring Academy Award-winning film. Here is a first look at how you'll see into Zootopia Central Station and discover animals going about their daily lives. The technology that the Imagineers are using to bring this land to life, it's really, really cutting-edge stuff, as you can see. This is also a brand new piece of concept art that you're seeing for the first time today. You can check out the doors and the apartments of all sizes for animals that might be large or small, and then everything in between. Like you guys, I love all these little details that you see in here. Now, you'll make your way to the Zootopia Police Department, which doubles as the entrance for the land's new family attraction. And there, you're going to be meeted by Officer Plowhauser. Our Shanghai team just released this video clip just a few hours ago, and I wanted you to have a first look at it.
今晚的演唱会可是夏奇阳的演唱会，夏奇阳。
Mickey's favorite teddy bear, Duffy. Oh, we got some Duffy fans in here. He has been a huge fan favorite in our Asia parks for years. But listen, things went to a whole new level in Shanghai when we introduced his newest friend, Lena Bell. All right, a few Lena Bell fans in here. Well, just this week, that inquisitive fox made her debut at Hong Kong Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea, and the response has been ridiculous. So I thought you might want to meet her too as a special D23 Expo treat. You don't get to see these characters from overseas that much, so why not? Everybody making her first appearance ever in the United States, please welcome the one and only Lena Bell. You are cute, Lena Bell. And as you can see, she's always looking for another mystery to solve. And while she continues to live in our parks in Asia, I am so excited to announce that Duffy and Friends, they're going to star in their own show on Disney Plus. Yeah, it's going to be really cool. It's a 6-episode stop-motion animated series debuting next year. When you all leave today, we have a Lena Bell pin for all of you. It is only available in our Asia park, so this one is really, really special. We brought it to D23 Expo as a gift in honor of Lena Bell's visit, so enjoy that. This series, the Disney difference, it comes from our incredible storytelling. And that all stems from who our original storyteller. And that's why, as part of Disney's 100th anniversary, I am so happy to announce that next year Hong Kong Disneyland will unveil a brand new statue of Walt and Mickey. This is a tribute to that famous moment when Walt watched his children on the merry-go-round, that one little spark that eventually led him to create the thing we all love, Disneyland. Okay, I'm sure I'm going to get myself in trouble here. Now, some of you might know, at one point in my career, I was lucky enough to be leading Disney's Animal Kingdom at Walt Disney World. And during that time, I was involved with some of the planning for Pandora, the world of Avatar. It was such an awesome project to be part of, and it was so transformative for Animal Kingdom, and our guests love that land. But you know, I was kind of always thinking about the possibilities for transformation in this other area of the park, and that's Dinoland. I gotta tell you, we see tremendous opportunity here, a chance to tell some new stories that fit right in with what Animal Kingdom is all about. Since we're already pulled back the curtain a little bit here, why not go maybe a little bit further now, making some people really nervous? How would you like to talk about Magic Kingdom?
Yeah, I mean, please.
All right, Chris, if I recall, you were the creative director for New Fantasyland. And I guess up until like right now, that was the largest expansion in Magic Kingdom's history.
Yes, I mean, Magic Kingdom holds a special place in my heart. I think there are so many amazing stories yet to be told, lands yet to be explored. Trust me when I say this, at Imagineering, we're always thinking about what is next. And one of the concepts we're most excited about is this idea of new frontiers. Let me give you an example. So Josh, do you ever wonder if you could travel to the other side of Big Thunder Mountain, what could be there?
Yeah. And I'm sure that there are about 7,000 people in the audience who wondered, what exactly is beyond Big Thunder?
All right, well, that's what we're exploring.
Okay.
So we're exploring. All right, so go with me, everyone go with me. So let's take this journey. Imagine, what if we could pass over those spires of Big Thunder Mountain? And maybe in front of us, there's a valley in front of us with the little town of Santa Cecilia, Mexico. And they're celebrating Dia de los Muertos.
And of course, I mean, I'm just asking, what if we do want to talk about Bruno?
Bruno.
You heard that, Josh. I'm sure you know that there are many of us at Disney Animation who cannot wait to see more Encanto in the parks. Who are we kidding? No one could bring a magical house to life like Disney Imagineering. What if you could walk into the Madrigal's casita, just saying, meet the family. What if Maribel is your guide, introducing you to all the wonder within those walls? Bruno's tower, Antonio's room, all of it. What if you could step up to a door and discover your own magical gift?
What?
And I know we love to hate, but mostly love, adore, and sometimes a little too obsessively adore our villains.
All right, well, Chris, here I go again. I'm pretty sure that you shared another early concept or thought starter for the Magic Kingdom 2.
Well, I mean,
Come on.
you already called me a wimp once, so I guess I'm just going to go ahead.
Just go
We're
with
just
it.
going for it now, right? All right, let's roll. Let's show it. So, once again, this is a thought starter, but you can see here the villains looming overhead with Casa Magrial in the distance, and then we arrive at Santa Cecilia. That's what could be out there beyond Big Thunder Mountain.
I am in trouble now, but I gotta say, this looks fantastic. Beyond Big Thunder Mountain is gonna be so cool. Beginning in January, oh my gosh, do we have a 100th anniversary celebration in store for all of you. As you know, we're calling it Disney 100 Years of Wonder. And as Bob said, it's gonna be the biggest celebration in our company's history. Throughout 2023, we're inviting you to share the wonder with us on social media because we want to hear more of your Disney stories. Each of our destinations around the world, on land and at sea, will showcase the anniversary in their own way. We'll have plenty of new entertainment, we'll have new merchandise, we'll have special new food, we'll have drinks, and so much more. There will be more to share on all of this very soon. But I can tell you that the heart of this entire celebration will be right here in California at the Disneyland Resort. Beginning in late January, the happiest place on earth will receive new platinum-infused decor and new looks for Mickey and Minnie and her pals. We'll have special live entertainment moments that will pop up across the resort, including the long-awaited return of the Magic Happens Parade. I can't wait to experience it with all of you. Trust me, I will be out there. And I'm excited to announce that starting in late January, Disneyland Resort will showcase not one, but 2 new nighttime spectaculars. At Disney California Adventure, World of Color 1 will celebrate the storytelling legacy all started by Walt. It is going to be a world of color like nothing that you've seen before, with an all-new inspiring story told through some of your favorite characters. And then, the new nighttime spectacular debuting at Disneyland Park, Wondrous Journeys, will ignite the wonder in all of us. It'll feature nods to all 60 Walt Disney Animation Studios films to date, taking us on a journey filled with artistry, filled with music and storytelling, and of course, a ton of heart. It'll continue to build upon Disneyland's state-of-the-art projection effects, turning areas of the park into an artist's canvas that brings characters to life around you as the fireworks dance up in the sky. This show will feature an absolutely incredible new song. You want to hear it, right? All right, you got it. This is the world premiere of It's Wondrous, just for our D23 Expo fans.
Parks panel was amazing. Oh my god. Like anything I could have asked for just came true right now.
Everything.
San Francisco at California Adventure.
Baymax is coming.
A Hulk is coming to Avengers Campus.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And,
Hulk.
Yes, Hulk and it's so much. I can't even remember all of it.
New ride.
Oh, the new ride at Avengers Campus. See, I was right. I predicted that they were going to announce that they were going to do the ride, and they are.
Bob Chapek hinted at it.
Yep. Yeah, it's happening.
Tiana's place.
Tiana's place, yep. So we're gonna be at, we'll be at Disneyland next week to see Hulk. We'll show that to you guys if we catch him while he's still there. But,
He's only gonna be there for a limited time, we heard.
Yeah. So we got our Portos. We got the special pin with, is it Lena Bell?
Yep.
And we got the Marvel print. So that was there was a lot of swag for this.
That's going to be a great ride.
It is. I can't wait for it. It says anything and everything from the multiverse to be in that ride. That was awesome. So we have a few more hours left of day 3 to check out a few more things like the like Walt's plane, and so we'll see what we can see before closing.
Yep.
Arlo Ray is my restaurant in Austin, Texas. I would love to have you all there. And yes,
to the crew of Ghost, Spectre 7, Jason Cinderella.
As opposed to
There was something else I was meant to do. Ezra's out there somewhere, and it's time to bring him home.
Okay. We just checked out the Lucasfilm booth, and now we're over here at the Marvel booth, and boy. Got Mighty Thor, and Mjolnir, and Thor, and Stormbreaker, and one of the other screaming goats. We finally made it to Walt's plane. It's been 3 days, and this is like one of the main highlights of the expo this year, and we hadn't made it yet. Walt's private plane. Wow.
Way up there, we've got a phone that's installed in the rear cabin of the airplane. And just below that, Walt's ashtrays. You know, Walt was a pretty prominent smoker. Below that, some of the gauges. Speedometer, altimeter, clock. Of course, clock's gonna have Mickey face. We've got a suit worn by Tom Hanks in Saving Mr. Banks, which is kind of cool.
We got more items from inside the plane. We got a food warmer, beverage container,
Galley light switches.
and a book with scenes over Walt Disney World from scenes of the plane over Walt Disney World.
Its final flight in 1992. And there's a landing pass for security pass.
On the way out of the plane exhibit, they were giving out these postcards. And they got Palm Springs. There's 4 of them, but we have.
Well, look what it says at the bottom. Walt Disney Productions Aviation.
So we have 3 different ones: Palm Springs, New Orleans, which is my favorite, obviously,
And we got
and we both got Florida.
two Floridas,
Yeah,
which are pretty cool.
yeah. And they also have posters of these at the Amazon booth. And so, what's the significance? Like, why?
Well, we know Florida because Orlando,
Obviously, that's the one that made sense
right?
right off the bat.
Then we got Florida again,
Because of Walt Disney World, that makes sense.
right? Palm Springs because he had a house out there,
Oh yeah.
and New Orleans. They loved New Orleans, and remember, I believe that's where he found the mechanical bird.
Oh,
That
is that where you
is-
found the mechanical bird?
I believe that's where they found the mechanical bird. That's what I've heard.
The mechanical bird that inspired the Tiki Room.
Yes.
That's cool. I didn't know that little piece of trivia. If that's
Yeah.
true. That's awesome.
Yeah. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, comments are gonna blow me up. So.
But I think that's the other part that's fueled us over the last.
Here we are at the Pixar Pavilion, and you can see right off the bat that they have a display featuring their new movie, Elemental. We're gonna go in and check out what else they have inside.
You'll see that just like the experience.
Of course, we had to stop over here at the Jungle Book Making of a Masterpiece booth because Ben's one of his favorite Disney animated movies is The Jungle Book.
It's top 4.
And they have all sorts of animation from the movie. Let's go take a look at Story Living in the new housing development coming to the desert. Okay, this is the Cotino collection, or the Cotino development of Story Living, which is out here in California in the desert. And there's some renderings of some of the different housing models. Yeah. Very modern looking. I like it. It's Darkwing. Talking to he's definitely talking to a pirate. I don't know if he's trying to apprehend him or what. Oh, he's fabulous. He's working the cape over there.
Darkwing, you never know if he's trying to apprehend you or work with you.
So we wandered around the show floor for a little bit, and then we came over here to the North Hall because we have a panel coming up. It's the Conversation with Character Voices, and it's going to have Bret Iwan, Bill Farmer, and some others. We actually tried to find one of the little quiet rooms,
spaces,
and unfortunately the staff that we asked didn't know anything about it, so that was a little disappointing from an accessibility point of view. So we've just been up here, kind of on the second floor, just out here in the open, in the walkway area, just resting, charging my scooter.
Listening to volunteers yell.
Yep. So it's not very relaxing. I mean, but you know, it's better than being in the main hall.
Yeah.
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 But right now, I think we're going to be heading in out to the panel.
Aha! Another group of flight candidates. Welcome, my friends. This is the group I have been waiting for. I am Hondo Onaka. And I offer you the opportunity of a lifetime to transport yourself somewhere never before seen. I know you will enjoy the show, and I will enjoy the profits. I mean, anyway, but what was I saying? Anyway, the rewards will be astonishing for me. For you. They say he's in charge of what they call the Disney character voices. Are you sure it's not vices? Oh no, that's me. I introduce you to the one, the only, Rick Dempsey.
Disney Character Voices is a division of the company that ensures character consistency and integrity of our brands throughout the company, across the world, in as many as 65 languages as represented in the clip reels that you just saw playing on the screens. So I kind of look at what we do as inheriting the fantastic characters from our movies and various productions and giving them a home where they can live, thrive, and continue to be a part of the vast Disney organization beyond the films themselves. I thought we'd have a little chat with Jim Cummings. Yeah, I know. So Jim, I think we've been working together for, we were talking about this earlier, about 35 years? 35 years? Not working on that mic?
Apparently we're not going to work tonight. Hey, look at that, the magic of technology. Yes.
Yeah, 35 years.
I know. It was so weird. You were like 6. I was 11.
You've created so many amazing voices. Do you have a favorite?
Yes.
And that is?
Yes.
There you go. But I do know you've got some, what was the first voice you did for Disney?
Oh, Disney Channel. Yeah, back when there was only one. Back when they first invented cable. The 1850s. Everybody had big tin cans. No, I was, well, they were doing Dumbo Circus, but it was live action. I mean, it was literally people in, yes, there you go, darn right. And I got to work with all those cool people, and Hal Smith, who, you know, he was in the original Winnie the Pooh production. Anyway, I was Lionel the Lion because it was people in costumes, and it was Timothy the Mouse, and he was Dumbo's very best friend. But he was a lion, so I was Lionel, and that was my introduction. And I'm still stuck here at Disney.
But I thought what we do, and I think you guys are going to enjoy this, is we're going to do a speed round of voices with Jim. All right?
Can I have some water?
Yeah. Actually,
never mind.
There it is.
I was trying to get out of it.
No, you can do this. Here we go. Let's start with one of my favorites, again, speed round. This is one of your more recent voices, an original. We're going to start with the original characters, but he really is truly one of my favorites. Ray from Princess and the Frog.
Well, you know, all I can tell you is that the women love a man with a big bad punch. You know that's right.
And Zummy Gummy.
Oh, well, I can't remember any words.
Darkwing Duck.
I am the terror that flaps in the night. I am the wicked scourge that pecks at your nightmares. Say it with me. I am Darkwing Duck. Thank you.
All right, we just saw the Lion King clip reel. Ed from the Lion King, the original Lion King.
Ooh. He was a really intelligent guy.
All right, another original, Bonkers T. Bobcat.
Oh, Bonkers T. Bobcat. He was the first toy detective. Although you could never get him out of his shell. He didn't have very much to say. Okay.
Don Carnage.
Oh, Carnage. You know,
If I was not already me, I would envy you because you get to meet me.
He's a very humble guy.
Yeah. From Rescue Rangers, Fat Cat.
Yes, Fat Cat. It's my bargain basement zero mustel.
Okay, now any Walt Disney World fans? Okay, for years there was Reflections of Earth, and every time you watch Reflections of Earth at Epcot, you heard this guy. What do you sound like?
As we gather around the campfire, we all sit and Papa squat together. I don't remember the script, I don't.
Okay, Aladdin, Razul.
Oh, you must be friends with the street rat. How lovely for you.
We'll do one more from Hercules, Nessus, the kind of the centaur guy.
Oh yeah, well that was my bad Jack Nicholson. Thanks for bringing it up. It gave me the blues.
Unbelievable. Jim Cummings, come on. Since you've been the nemesis of these our famous, what we call the Fab Five characters, Mickey, Donald, Goofy, Pluto, and Minnie, I think it might just be really fun if we brought out some of those guys. So,
it's just crazy enough to work.
Yeah, so, of course Pete was Goofy's next door neighbor, so we might as well bring out Bill Farmer, the voice of Goofy. He's been voicing Donald Duck since 1985, so please welcome Maestro of Duckburg, Tony and Selma. All right, we got one more. We have the voice, the leader of the club, none other than Mickey Mouse, amazingly talented Bret Iwan. So Bill, this is a special year for Goofy. 90 years, Goofy.
90 years. I don't look that old, do I?
Yeah, so after 35 years, do you have a favorite memory? You got actually 90 years for Goofy, but 35 years is the voice of Goofy for Bill Farmer.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Favorite memory?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, out of 35 years, probably the reaction we get from fans, and especially from probably a Goofy movie.
Oh yeah?
Because that one, I think, more than anything I've ever done, the fans relate to, and the people always come up and say, you know, I couldn't talk to my dad, and that became our movie, and we became closer because of it.
So any fun stories there in the studio with the Goofy Curse?
Well, yes, I remember once I was in the studio, and I had a Coca-Cola, and I went to set it down, and I got it just on the edge of the table, and it started falling, and I hit it, trying to grab it, and I hit the neck, and it started spinning over maybe $100,000 mixing board.
Yeah.
And the engineers are going, ah! You know, and that's just a typical example. I remember when you came into a room and you came up to me and you were dressed nice for an executive meeting and everything, and I went, oh! Right, and you're like, oh my God! You know, that and...
I was wet. You didn't know.
So I had one. We were doing Goof Troop, and we were in this place called Fidelity Studios, and it was in sort of a box shape, sort of a U-shaped room, and all of our mics were up on booms, and they're right over there, and they do this number. And Billy came in, and he turned around, and he whacked the one mic, and it smacked into the next one, and all of the mics fell. And then,
thanks for reminding me.
And he gave us a yuck, and it was okay.
Go. How yuck go?
Oh, the yuck?
Tony, you have been doing the voice the longest, 37 years, right? and you actually learned to do the voice from Clarence. So how did that relationship start? How was that partnership?
Well, I was animating on Mickey's Christmas Carol, traditional animator, and voices was a fun thing for me, but I was focused on animation, and Clarence was always on the lot. And I saw him and said, how do you do the voice? And he showed me, and I couldn't do it. Because Donald was a voice I couldn't do, but I thought it would be fun. I wasn't thinking of a career. And he showed me how to do it, and I couldn't do it. And I played with the voice on my own in the car and at home. And then one day it kind of kicked in, and the next time I saw him, I said, is this right? And he gave me a look, and I thought, oh, I hope I didn't offend him. But the next day he came into my room in the animation building where I was animating, and he said, okay, well, if Donald was in this situation, what would he say? Or if Mickey says this, what would Donald say? Or say this, try to say that. And I thought, okay. But I didn't know there was succession involved. And that went on for 3 years, and it got more intense as time went on. And it wasn't really until the end, and I think in hindsight it's because he was making sure that I would do a good job, and that I would be loyal to it, and that I would take care of the legacy.
So what So Bret, you're the newbie of the bunch.
Yes.
But it's been 13 years since you've been the voice of Mickey Mouse. I can't believe it.
It's hard to believe.
Awesome. Bret Iwan is doing a fantastic job. The voice of Mickey Mouse prior to Bret was a gentleman named Wayne Allwine. Some of you might know Wayne. But yeah, since you started voicing Mickey for us, has there been a moment maybe where you just thought, I can't believe I get to do this for a living?
Probably every moment, if I'm being honest. I mean, working amongst these legends is one of them. Having the chance to meet and befriend Russi Taylor, the voice of Minnie Mouse. So many surreal moments. I mean, but then there's also been really just crazy fun moments, like I got to perform for the First Lady, Michelle Obama, and her kids. She looked at me and she's like, how old are you? And I think I was probably 27 at the time. She goes, you're a baby! And I always reference, there was a great interview with Wayne and Russi where Leonard Maltin asked them kind of a similar question, like has the character influenced you at all? And they so eloquently expressed that over time, you kind of just develop this symbiotic relationship with the character without even knowing it. And the character influences you. And you know, Mickey is such an optimistic leader. He's this, little personality, like Walt said, a little personality assigned to the purpose of laughter. You know, he's just trying to make people happy and smile and kind of give some light to otherwise, crazy lives. I think definitely he's taught me to be a little bit more optimistic, to maintain a curiosity, which, it's often said Walt was Mickey and Mickey was Walt, and that's something about Walt that I've admired for so long, is just his curiosity and his drive, and so I find myself referencing that a lot.
So I want to bring out one more very special guest, and as many of you know, Russi Taylor, who was the incredible voice of Minnie Mouse since 1987, passed away in 2019, and finding someone to voice her, pretty daunting task. So we were very, very fortunate to find an actress with the amazing ability to assimilate Russi's voice as Minnie and give the character all that wonderful Minnie heart. We'd like to officially introduce you to her today. So, everyone, please welcome the voice of Minnie Mouse. It's kind of her premiere. She's been doing the voice for a while, but I don't think she's ever been in an audience like this before. It's Caitlin Robrock. Welcome, Caitlin.
Hi.
Having fun?
I am.
Good.
So big on this side of the room.
Yeah. It's I want to ask just the obvious question here of you, but what's it like being such an iconic, endearing, and beloved character for these last couple of years?
It is the greatest joy of my life, and I mean that ever so sincerely. I've loved Disney and the music and the colors and princesses and Minnie for so long that to know that I'm being privileged to carry on this legacy it still surprises me to this day. Like I can't believe, oh dear no. I'm just so happy to be here and be someone that can keep this character alive and happy and giving to you as much as she's given to me.
So you're gonna have to give us a little bit of Minnie Mouse. Well, might as well just get that out of the way. The elephant's in the room. Let's hear her.
Oh, hello, everybody! I hope everyone is having such a wonderful time at D23 Expo. Did everyone have fun? Wonderful!
So, what's the journey been like for you? What was it like just to get to be the voice of Minnie? Can you just briefly just tell us what that was like?
Gosh, I didn't know I got the job when it happened. I thought it was another callback, because our audition had come out, and I rehearsed it, I practiced it, I had some friends like listening in to make sure, are we achieving every aspect of Minnie, are we bringing her out? And then you submit it and you forget about it. And then I came in for a callback, and I felt it went really well, and then I had the most anxious week of my life, and it happened to be D23 Expo that year. So I came to the expo and I was enjoying myself. I'm like, okay, don't think about it, have a good time. And then I met up with a friend who was a part of the process, and he sees me and he comes by and gives a hug and, hi, how are you? Oh, congratulations, it's looking good, see you later. And then he walks out and I'm about to pass out. And a few days later I get the word of a second callback, and I think, okay, great. And we have the second callback, everything went lovely, and they said, all right, we're gonna have you go to Disney TV next week. And I said, a third callback out the gate, I don't have to worry. And I show up there, and I'm wearing a nice outfit, and they say like, oh, this isn't a callback, this is the gig, they didn't tell you? No, they didn't. Why would I sign paperwork at a callback? So we went in. They should have, the writing was on the wall, I just couldn't read it. And we go in, and there was so many people in the room all watching, and like, oh, okay, here we go, better talk the talk. And we did a couple of things that were coming out that season, and I thanked everybody profusely, and I gracefully exited, and I drive home, and I call my agent, and she's like, hi, sweetie, oh, I didn't tell you? Yeah, you got it, how'd it go?
Another huge part of Disney animation, and certainly for us in Disney character voices, is our cast of heroines. So some are officially princesses, others are officially awesome, and they're all amazing heroes with great stories to tell. So we'd like you to meet the voices of a few of those heroines today. Okay, so to kick things off, I think it's only appropriate to bring out the person who really kicked off things with her Finn for what we call the second golden age of animation. Having voiced a number of Disney characters, she sounds something like this.
Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Is everybody gone? Huh? Oh my gosh, my cheeks are killing me.
Please welcome my dear friend Jody Benson. That's awesome. Thank you, Jody. One more. Right there. Right there. Right there. Yeah, that one. That's you. Sit in my seat there.
Sorry, boss.
Now we've got one of the sassiest and edgiest heroines Disney's ever created. She even knows how to tie her own sandals and everything. Let's see if you recognize this voice.
Hercules. He comes on with his big innocent farm boy routine, but I can see through that in a palpitating minute. Well, you know how men are. They think no means yes, and get lost means take me, I'm yours. Thanks for everything, Herc. It's been a real slice.
Please welcome the ever-versatile voice of Magnum Hercules, Susan Egan. I'm thrilled to have our next guest. You guys are going to love this because she climbed a mountain and crossed a river to be here, or almost here, or almost there. Well, you'll get the point. She sounds like this.
From the ceiling, a big old crystal chandelier.
I reckon you want a kiss?
My dream wouldn't be complete without you in it.
Put your hands together. For Tiana. And she's got a smooth and sultry voice that can wrangle in any street rat. She sounds something like this.
Hang up on the ceiling, a big old crystal chandelier.
That is amazing.
Well, she doesn't sound like that, but maybe she sounds like this. Let's try it again. We all know what she sounds like. Ladies and gentlemen, Disney legend, the voice of Jasmine, Linda Larkin. Okay, we're going to try this. We're going to play the emoji game.
Ooh.
Okay?
Game.
So, an emoji. Now you had to sing this lyric.
I gotta sing it.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Here we go. Ready? So can you figure that out? We'll put that up there.
Can I figure this out? What would I... Oh! What would I give if I could live out of these waters? Oh, that's my song.
Yes.
Okay. Wait a minute. I was like, what? I think I know this song. Oh my gosh.
And why don't you tell the fans about something very exciting that's happened?
And that would be... We're talking about that.
Is that okay? Am I not allowed to?
Okay. No, that's all right. We're still friends. No, it's totally fine. So there's like a little, it's totally fine. I love you. We've worked together for 36 years. So we started Disney character voices right when Ariel birthed.
Yes.
Mermaid came out. I have a little book, and it's not an autobiography. It's not a memoir. You're very sweet. It is not. I never wanted to write a book in a million years. So I share some stories behind the scenes. And Susan is the one that I talked 6 months ago. I'm like, okay, Jody, when you push the book, can you stop saying I didn't want to write a book? It's not a memoir. It's not a because I don't have any wisdom to share. Not true. Okay, so she is the one that convicted me. She's like, listen, you have stories about Howard Ashman, and if you don't share those stories about Howard from Smile, which I did a show with Howard, and 4 people saw it. So there's the 4 people that saw it. Thank you. And then I did Mermaid with him, and she is the one that convicted me. She said, listen, if you don't share those stories about Howard, they're going to be lost forever. So, anyways, it's not an autobiography. It's a little...
You never wanted to be an author.
I never want to be an author. Sharing some lovely stories where I shine the light on other people.
So, Susan...
Now it's your turn. Okay.
How are you?
I'm so good.
Nashville girl now. Hails from Nashville. What are you doing in Nashville?
Music City, baby.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah? Are you involved in anything there music-wise?
Am I involved in there, producing-wise? I'm producing for this little company. It's an upstart, but I'm really excited about it. It's called Disney. So my friend and I became involved in a little tiny show that used to play in a basement at 54 Below in New York, and it just kind of caught on. And it was a what if. What if all the Disney princesses were together on stage singing a bunch of songs in a 21 and older club? And it became a hit, and we traveled around a little bit sort of developing it, but we knew the only upward mobility would be to call Disney ultimately. We really thought, okay, we want to play with symphonies, but we got to get the rights now to the music. And so I'm going to make this phone call, guys, and we're like, this will never happen. And then it absolutely happened, and we got to, we are the very first partnership of Disney Concerts, my company called Broadway Princess Party, and and we signed a contract with Disney Music on March 5th of 2020. For live theater. So good. Large groups gathering together, singing in each other's faces. 80 pieces on a stage, blowing horns. Yeah, it was not. So we pivoted because we knew the first thing coming back would be smaller stage groups. And so we recorded an orchestra in Nashville. And we are on a 100-city tour right now. We've played 60 cities, and we go back on the road next month in October. We've got 40 more cities. And that's what we're doing.
That is very, very cool. So Meg is so different from really
which
any
of
other.
these ladies doesn't fit on these pictures? Yeah, I have a beef with you, Rick.
What?
Meg isn't a Disney princess,
She is not?
which people seem to feel the need to remind me in the comment section of my Instagram. And yet, you know, Meg's song was on all those Disney princess CDs, dude. Just saying, you had a little coronation for Raya, and I'm just waiting, you know, maybe 2 years from now.
Did you notice my whole intro? I said the Disney heroines. I had to do this whole thing because you were here. Was there ever a time you ever got
Yes,
them?
so they were auditioning for Meg, for Hercules, and they actually, I was playing Belle at the time on Broadway, and they wouldn't let me go to the audition. Because it wasn't, you would have let me go. Anyway, it was really the only time I was the super squeaky wheel where I'm like, please, please, please. Meg was likened as Barbara Stanwyck in The Lady Eve. And like, I've seen every Barbara Stanwyck, every Joan Crawford, every Betty Davis, every Lauren Bacall, and that whole cadence of speaking of, you know, if you need me, just whistle. You know how to whistle, don't you? You pucker up your lips and below. Like, I was born in the wrong era. And they finally let me audition, and it was all the same people that had done Beauty and the Beast. And when you audition, there was this trick for you ladies where you go in the room and they're like, hi, nice to see you, and then they put their heads down and they're looking at a picture of the character, and you just read the character into a microphone, and one by one their heads came up and they're like, Susan? I go, I was trying to tell you, when I was Belle, I'm acting. Meg is right where I live.
Well, then I'm just gonna go down the line. We got Nick and Donny Rose here. Come on! So you may have a few fans out there from Princess and the Frog, right? So Anika, you were, you know, all this fame on Broadway and Dreamgirls, and you were an obvious choice for Tiana, right? It was a piece of cake audition?
It was a piece of not cake, 3 auditions. The second audition I was called for, and I was doing a job in Australia. And I was flying out to Australia, and they were like, yeah, so we need you to come back for your call back. And it was like 2 days after I arrived in Australia. So I flew to Australia, which was 100 hours, and I shot for a day, and I packed my bag, and I jumped back on a plane, and I got back to LA, and I rolled out of bed, and I came in and did this audition. And I think I might have been tired, but I didn't know it, because more importantly to me was that I was getting this role. So it didn't matter where I was, it didn't matter how tired I was coming to get this role. And it was amazing, but it was 3 times. And then I saw Randy Newman. This is going to sound like a humble brag, but it actually is what happened. So I was performing at the Oscars. A little casual performance at the Oscars for Dreamgirls. And Randy Newman was there, and I was like, because I had already had like 2 auditions, and I wanted to say something, but I didn't know what to say, and I didn't want to mess it up, and I didn't want to be too eager, but I didn't want to act too cool either, and I didn't know what to do with myself. So I casually said hello, and I was like, oh my goodness, so nice to see you here. Did I get that role yet, please? Didn't say that part, kept that to myself. But it took months. It took months, and then you know, you would hear who was auditioning while you were waiting, which is always fun.
Yeah.
You like that. But you know, ultimately, you're auditioning against yourself. You're not auditioning against that other person. You're not auditioning against that other name because you don't know what they're doing in that booth and they don't know what you're doing. So you're auditioning against yourself. And I loved that character so very much, and I knew from the moment I read it, I said, oh no, this is me. This is actually me. I grew up in a small town. I had a dream. I needed to get out of that space. I didn't have people saying, oh, here's a path for you, let's help. No, it was me. And so that was the determination in that space, and I loved her from the first page, and I'm just so happy that it worked out.
Well, we're gonna play the emoji game with Suzanne. I'm gonna play it with you as well, Anika. Okay, so we're gonna throw this up to Susan and put that up there.
I think this is so cute. Do you think I read?
Come on, you can do this.
Can you guess the lyric? Okay.
Can you guess the lyric? Okay.
The first one. You can sing this in front of children.
What's that?
If what?
If is the first word. If
the plus.
That's air.
If the air.
Yes.
If there's a prize for rotten judgment, I guess I've already won that.
There it is.
Nothing on there.
I don't vomit.
He has the emoji of the guy barfing, throwing up. What does that mean, throwing up?
You got it. There she is. I didn't give her a clue.
That's hilarious. The sloth is taking me.
This old town could slow you down. Taking the easy way.
It's the sloth for slow. The little sloth booty on a branch.
They got it. Way over there, Linda.
I'm so glad I don't have to do the emoji lyric.
There's one for you, Rick.
Oh, Linda, all these years, you still have the sweetest, most sultry voice out there. I've heard you on commercials, and I go, well, there's Linda again. You know, so it's awesome. We love your voice. Can you believe it's been 30 years for Aladdin?
Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
It goes like that. Yeah.
It's been fun, right?
It's been really fun.
What's been one of the, maybe the things that really stand out in terms of having been the voice of Jasmine? You did a TV series, you did all sorts of things.
I know. We've done everything. Toys, games, interactive media, park attractions. By the way, I got stuck in a park attraction on Friday. I had to get rescued. Yeah. They were like,
well, but tell them what
nothing's gonna happen to you. We're gonna make sure it's okay.
Tell them what attraction it was.
It was Guardians of the Galaxy. My favorite. It's my favorite too. It's my favorite. Yeah, we got stuck between floors. We had to ramp. It was exciting. It was definitely exciting.
How has the fact that you've been Jasmine for 30 years changed you?
Oh, wow. I think that this adventure continues to unfold for me. Being in this room, on this stage with all of you, with you, Rick, all these years, it's just been awesome. It really has. And I think that we don't know when we first start these characters what it's going to be. We didn't even know that we were in a feature animated movie when I first started Aladdin. I thought maybe it was a cartoon VHS something. I had no idea. And because a lot of it is kept secret, and what that blossomed into and all of the things that we did since it was just, it's amazing. It chokes me up a little. Think about it. It does.
I got a little bit of a beef here because, you know, Jodie's a Disney legend. The Little Mermaid. Okay, so her character Ariel is the Little Mermaid. Anika princess and the frog, she is the princess, Princess Tiana. There's no mention of Jasmine in the title of the movie.
Yeah, that's because it's actually called Aladdin.
Wait, I recognize that voice. Wait a minute. Everybody, we got Scott Winder here. I recognize that guy.
Well, he's not a princess either, so I think
That's right. We thought this was a girls' club only.
I'm crashing the party.
You are crashing it, buddy.
Jody just turned to me and said, "This is a heroin panel." So, awesome. Scott, how are you, man? Voice of Aladdin, everybody.
That's nice to see you. Rick, thank you so much for having me.
30 years, man.
30 years.
That's
Which is
fun
crazy
time.
because I'm only 32.
You look at that. You look at it. But everything good? Have you? How about some of the same questions, just real quick, just briefly? We are way out of time, but we got a lot. So
We're out of time.
So Scott,
Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Yeah. But hold on, I'm going to get your best question here for you that I kind of. So you have a son, Misha.
Yeah, my son.
And at what age was it when you like kind of put the two together that his dad was the voice of Aladdin? Great.
You know, growing up, he would hear people talk about how dad was Aladdin when he was a kid. And in his mind, he thought, I guess my dad was a cartoon when he was a kid. And then when he was about 5 or 6, I casually mentioned to somebody at Disney, I was on the lot, I worked on the lot as a TV writer mostly. And I mentioned to somebody that it's funny, my son's never seen it. And they said, wait, what? And so they threw a screening on the Disney lot for him and his best friends. And they had a carnival, like an Agrabah style carnival. And it was like the coolest day ever. And for about 5 minutes, I was the coolest dad in the world.
5 whole minutes. So, and he's kind of got this, like, he's post-pubescent, what we would say, the cracks in the voice. I mean, those cracks, but you always say, hey, these cracks are golden.
Those cracks are golden. They would say in the sessions, they'd be like, can you give us a voice crack? And I'd be like, no problem, but I charge extra.
Yeah, because I mean, you're really kind of waiting for you to become a man.
Do you want me to show you how I do it?
Yeah.
I don't know if I could get there today. I was at a late night at Sammy Greenberg's bar mitzvah last night. But I'll do my best. So, carpet!
Yeah.
Jasmine, I do love you. I don't know. I don't know, it's not happening.
It sounds like you need some water.
I need some
help. Anybody need water backstage? Give me some water out here for Scott.
Thank you so much.
Hey, hold on.
No.
We got some.
You got it.
I got who needs some water?
Oh, we got some nice water.
You need some water?
I'll take one. Yeah, thank you.
Before I give it, this is very special. We'll make a man out of you! Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
I know that guy. That's
Hi, everybody!
What? Come on! Donny Osmond in the house! I got fun. So Donny, you know, as people know, Bret Iwan played the voice of Shang in Mulan, but you came in and did the singing. How did that all happen? I mean, how did you end up being the voice of this iconic song, which, by the way, I looked it up just the other night. Make a Man Out of You is one of the top 5 asked for songs of all Disney songs. There's something about
Well, I was starring in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. I was in Chicago and I got a call from Pam Coates, the producer. And she said, would you like to be in a Disney film? And I said, let me think about it. Okay. And little did I know this would become a classic, right?
Yeah.
So I said, well, I've got 2 days off, Sunday and Monday. She said, can you fly into Los Angeles and record it? So I flew in on Sunday, recorded it Monday, and as you all know, it takes a long time for it to release. And years later, I went to the premiere. It was at the Hollywood Bowl. I had my children there, my wife sitting next to me, and I remember when Captain Shane came on this, 12-story screen,
And he started singing, and my voice was coming out of this Captain Shane. The people started applauding at the end of it. And my son Brandon turned to me and said, "Dad, you have now finally made it in show business." True story. True story. But actually, Walt himself was responsible for my brothers being in show business. So indirectly, I'm in show business because of Walt.
Wow.
Yeah, because my brothers took a trip to Disneyland. They were dressed alike, and they were a little quartet group, and they're just like this big, right? And the Dapper Dans were on their bicycle, built for four, and they saw my brothers and said, "Are you guys a little barbershop quartet?" And they said, "Well, we sing songs once in a while." I said, "Well, sing us a song." They sang a song to the Dapper Dans, blew them away. Dapper Dan sang my brothers a song, blew them away. It kept going back and forth. It was like an attraction on Main Street. Walt found out about it, and they sang for Walt, and he put him on a couple of television shows, and that's where Andy Williams' father saw it, and it took off from there, and I joined when I was 5. Yeah. Oh, actually, I have a couple more. Can I just tell you a couple more stories? Because Disney is my life. You're gonna like this one. Back in the day, when Walt created an attraction, we didn't have social media. We didn't have everything that we've got now. So what he did to launch an attraction, he made a television special. And Kurt Russell was the star of it with the Osmond brothers. And the attraction was the Haunted Mansion. I'm 11 years old. I'm still in school, obviously, so they needed to find a place for me to have school. There was a room, I think it was on the 2nd floor of the Haunted Mansion, that wasn't being used. They made that into a schoolroom. I think I'm the only person who can say the Haunted Mansion was my schoolhouse.
Well, we're back from D23, and some time has passed. What a weekend it was. It was very busy. That was our first full D23. The last time we went, we only went for one day, and we definitely needed all 3 days to see everything. We didn't even see everything this time.
No.
And you know, there were some definite highlights, like seeing Walt's plane was awesome.
Walt's plane was awesome. Talking to the Imagineer was awesome.
Oh yeah, the Imagineer for Toontown.
Yeah.
That was definitely probably the best thing to come out of the whole thing for me.
That was my favorite thing.
But also for day 3, which you just saw, I think the character voices panel
was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, that was better than the Parks panel. Parks panel, that's what we gotta talk about, you guys. We gotta talk about Parks panel. We've had time to digest, and I think that that's good because I got caught up in it. Being there, I got caught up in the music, and then, you know, the Princess and the Frog music, and the new song, the new fireworks are coming to Disneyland, Wondrous.
Very Mumford and Sons.
A lot of people, yeah, it's embarrassing. I kind of like it. I want to say it's an ode to the childless millennial, maybe, because it's very folky. It's very Mumford and Sons, Florence and the Machine.
They could name it that. Ode to the childless millennial.
Yeah, I liked it, but then again, what did you say? Because I said, I mean, it was so big. It was so, I'm sitting there in the audience, but what did you? And you probably hit it. What did you tell me?
I don't remember what I told you.
You said that, yeah, well, they had all that stuff going on and it distracted you from the song. Did you actually hear the song? And because it's very repetitive.
I really don't remember.
But there was a lot going on. There was, dancers. There was lots of musical instruments being played. So they made it really big. I still think I like the song, but it is repetitive. We'll see when the new fireworks come out. That's like the biggest that's, to me, for Disneyland, this is disappointing. That's the biggest announcement that they made for Disneyland, in my opinion, the biggest new thing. Because they announced that the Marvel Land is getting the ride, but we already knew that. They announced it, took it back, and now they're re-announcing it.
If you think about it, the so-called announcements
Mhm.
were non-announcements. There's nothing going on.
At Disneyland.
Yeah, well, it's all what could be.
No, that's towards the end. But the announcements that they made were very lackluster. Like they announced the Portos.
Yeah.
Why would they wait to announce Portos at D23 when they announced Din Tai Fung like right before that? Like it was not a big deal, and then they held it back to make it like so that they had something to say about Disneyland. You know, and they all fed us Portos, and like I was like caught up in it.
Free Portos isn't bad.
Yeah, they were slick. They won me over, and then but I've had time to digest this whole thing, the announcements, and I'm like, what did they really announce?
Not a lot.
For Disneyland, no.
No,
I mean,
nothing.
the Asian parks are getting like big new rides, like Tangled rides and
Right.
you know Frozen rides, and
Mm-hmm.
we're getting the re-theme of Tiana. You know, of Splash Mountain. It's already there. It's already a ride. They're just re-theming it, and then okay. I may have gone, this thing I got swept up in everything. I got really carried away when they announced that San Francisco is coming to California Adventure because I love Baymax. And I am excited about it, but really what effort is that? I mean, they're going to put some fixtures and adornments on the bridge, and that's, I mean, you already have San Francisco there. I love Baymax, and I will run there to see him, but is it really a big announcement?
It's not a big announcement because if you think about it, it's more of a layover. Even though he's going to be there, they already have the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
All they have to do all they have to do is add a couple of adornments to it and paint it orange, orangey red.
Mm-hmm.
And they already have the food there. They've got the Lucky Fortune Cookery.
Mm-hmm.
But they may change some of that stuff because of San Francisco, which is a mouthful. I mean, it's a what, 15-year-old movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love it, but yeah, I mean, to me, that having time to sit on it, it's like that's not really worthy of like a big hoopla at D23. The Asian parks really are getting a lot in Paris. Like they're all getting a lot, and we're not getting very much.
Yeah, that's one thing about Imagineers. They'll take an idea, if it doesn't work, they'll sit on it, wait for it, and bring it back later.
Well, that was
bring it around again.
The Marvel thing just didn't work because of money and the pandemic and stuff.
Yeah.
So now they're bringing it back, and so it's good. We'll see what that's like, but it's not a new announcement. Yeah. I mean, that's just how after having sat on this whole thing for a while, I just like, what did we really see? I mean,
Not much.
a lot of people were hoping for, and we thought that they would announce something for Tomorrowland. I don't think either one of us thought that.
Tomorrowland wasn't even mentioned.
No, but neither one of us thought that they're going to bring People Mover back because of the amount of effort and money that's going to have to go into that to bring it back. But we thought that they would at least do some sort of refresh of that. I mean, especially before doing something with the Pacific Wharf, that they wouldn't fix what's broken. I mean, that's horribly.
Well, the way I see it, it's cheaper to do what they're gonna do than what they have to do.
Of course, that's why. Like we said, it's just gonna be slapping some paint and some like little fixtures on the bridge and stuff. I mean, to fix Tomorrowland is gonna really take time.
Yeah.
It's blue sky.
Blue sky, and it's nothing but clouds.
Yeah. That was the whole second half of the thing. And I'm surprised that they didn't even have a blue sky idea for Tomorrowland in the whole second half of that thing.
No.
With all their blue sky ideas.
All the blue sky ideas were for Florida.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
What's beyond Thunder Mountain? I don't think we'll ever know.
We'll never know. We probably won't. Probably will never know.
Oh well. That's just our thoughts. I mean, I had a great time at D23 overall. Like I said, the character voices thing was awesome to see, Ray in person.
Oh, Jim Cummings.
Pooh, Ray. That was awesome.
The 47 other voices that he does. Yeah.
That was way more impressive to me than
And Bill Farmer.
And Bill Farmer, Goofy. That was awesome.
Yeah. That's probably my second. Well, that's actually my favorite. And talking to the Imagineer about what they're going to do with Toontown.
Yeah.
But overall, as a weekend, it went really fast. It was a lot of fun, but there was so much to see that we did miss.
Yep. We hope you enjoyed our videos, and if you did, please leave a comment. What did you think of the parks panel? I mean, do you agree with us that it was not so great, or do you like some of the things coming, or what do you think? Leave a comment.
For those of you who were either there or watched it online, let us know down below in the comments.
Yeah. Did you think, if you were there in person, what did you think of Wondrous? Because leave a comment, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on your notifications for more adventures. And remember,
adventure is out there.